Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Movement Radio. I am Chip Hazard.
I'm Roger Sierra.
And I'm your special guest, Loso.
Yes, go ahead, Chip, go ahead.
I was going to say, today we're coming to you with a small review of our first Rangerstop in PopCon. Definitely not going to be our last. We had so much fun, met a lot of people, made a lot of connections. We carpooled down to Atlanta for Rangerstop, but Los, Raj, I want y'all to talk about what y'all seen on the way to pick me up.
You want to go or you want me?
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I had a better view since I was the passenger. I was co-pilot and you was driving. So the first odd thing we seen that me and Roger seen was a Mustang chopped up into an El Camino.
Yeah.
Can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Cannot make this one up.
I wish we were able to get a picture of it.
Right?
I mean, it was one of those kind of really, you know, it was still early in the morning. I'm trying to wake up, and that's one of the things I'm just like, hey.
But no, it's definitely a sight to see. It was, I mean, I don't know if that's beautiful or ugly. I still haven't been able to figure that out.
Definitely unique.
Yes.
I tell you what, I have been pondering on how fast it would be on the track.
That is kind of true. I mean, it depends on what kind of engine it's going to have in there.
I mean, it's kind of lighter than what it normally is. You got to think about it. It's got the truck bed. Yeah. And then it's only a two-seater. So, I mean, the Mustang's already a two-seater as is. I mean, you can fit 4 people in it, but technically it's more of a two-seater.
Right? Oh, for sure. Going to have less weight and less drag.
So I wonder.
So that happened. Then they scooped me up and we're heading to Atlanta. And, I mean, you know, it's all kinds of traffic, but so we're heading southbound on I-75, and then all of a sudden heading northbound on I-75, there's this dude just like literally sitting on his windowsill, hanging out the car while they were probably doing what, 80?
They were in the fast lane.
Yeah, they was
in the fast lane,
zooming.
Yeah, and we were just like, what in the hell is going on?
Like I only saw a white blur out of the corner of my eye while I was driving. Yeah. Like it was going so fast, I really didn't get to see what was going on.
I think I was the only one that really caught the whole side of it because you guys were looking at me like, "What are you looking at?" I was like, guy hanging out the back seat of the window on the interstate. Nobody but me sees this.
Yeah, I mean, I just seen the blur, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Good old Atlanta.
Yo, so
were we in Atlanta? Or were you like in Kennesaw?
I think we're Kennesaw. I think we're Kennesaw.
Yeah, it wasn't quite Atlanta yet, but so then we arrive. We get to the what is formerly known as the Sheraton Atlanta. It's now Courtyard. Yeah, Cortland Grand's by Wyndham. So we get there and we get checked in and everything. And the first thing that we notice is there is not any amount of air conditioning going on in this place.
Not at all.
Nothing.
It is sweating off the rip.
That boy got that play.
He got that DoorDash right up.
Yeah. Hey, I told y'all had to give me a minute. I was cooking, but I hooked it up.
I'm trying to see what you got over there.
Oh man, hold on. Let me put it into view right here.
What is
we
that?
Got some.
Hey, my germs. Right?
So right here we got some a smothered pork chop with onion and mushroom gravy, some mashed potatoes, green beans, and corn right around here. So
good old Southern cooking.
I was like, that Southern comfort right there.
Hey, your boy hooked it up before we got on the episode. So yeah, then we're going around and we're, you know, meeting people and everything. Everybody's like super cool, extra nice, so we kind of make one pass and we get to Najee Jeter.
Hey, can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah. Jump in.
For everybody, this was my first con, any kind of con. So great experience. I will say that.
Oh,
so like I just got my virgin. My little cherry pie, whatever y'all want to call it. So
he got popped.
I got popped at the ring.
I honestly completely forgot that it was your first con ever. And tell us all about your experience.
Yeah, you go ahead and tell your story first.
Well, so as Chip said, when we got there, first thing we all three noticed is balls to the wall, sweat heat. And mind you, we're not dressed up. I can only imagine everybody else that was dressed up, how they were feeling. Full dress, headset, garments, everything, boots, everything. And I'm like, whoa. But as far as besides that, the experience was awesome. You know, I'm not too well versed in the whole Power Rangers verse. I watched maybe 2 or 3 seasons, and they kind of figured that one out pretty quick because I was like looking at them, they're starstruck, like, oh, this. I'm like, okay, who's that? So I was like, kind of feel a little odd, but at the same time, you know, we're not all versed in everything. So I still knew a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I got to meet one of my favorites, the original Black Ranger. So didn't fully meet him, but I got to see him. It was cool. Got my snuck me a picture. Man, you know what I'm saying? Daughter mad at me because we got to meet the voice actor for the Spider-Man.
Miles Morales.
The game?
Yeah,
the Miles Morales games. So she was a little salty on that. I was like, wow, hit with another one. So, but yeah, it was a good experience, man. Really awesome to see fathers and sons partaking and whatnot. That was a really awesome experience to see. Like, you know, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And just the people were really cool.
Yeah.
Everybody was, you know, real friendly. Everybody, you know, they'll talk to you. You know, they were all willing to pose, take pictures, act goofy. So, I mean, it's a good day to be a kid. You know what I'm saying? Even though everybody was an adult, you still had the inner kid come out, and you know, some more than others were real kid struck, and then others, you know, like, hey, this is pretty cool. So,
for sure.
Like I told the guys at work, I would recommend anybody at least one time in their life to hit a con.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what kind. Find one that you like, nonetheless. But either way, I'm pretty sure just any con can be pretty cool if you just open your mind and take the experience.
Oh, for sure.
Now, would you attend another con after, you know, the experience you had this past weekend? Would you go to another one?
Oh, most definitely. I'm waiting for the next one. All you have to do is let me know.
Especially one with air conditioning, right?
Listen, AC, we could be on the beach. I don't care. I just want to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not big on crowds, especially crowded areas, but you're at a place where there's no malicious energy at all.
Nope.
Everybody's so laid back and chill. So, you know, it's a big change from just going out regularly to really just going out to be a kid. And that's what I see cons as, you know, you gonna have to be a kid, you know, comic books, stuff like this, you know, childhood.
Yep.
So it's pretty dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Seeing adults our age or older dressing up, like, just an experience. Like I said, it's just, you see it on TV and on the internet and all that. No, really go out to one and really experience it. It's really something I would recommend anybody to, especially if you got kids. I bet my daughter want to go to the next one.
Hey, we'll let you know when we on the next one and come through.
Yep.
Oh, most definitely. I'm definitely coming.
You know, but so we make our, you know, one pass, and you know, we meet a lot of people. But then we get to Najee Jeter, the guy who voices Miles Morales in the Spider-Man games and everything. And like, dude is just, he's lit from the moment we get there until I guess till he left, because every time I went by his table, he was dancing and having a good time and everything. Super cool guy. Definitely, you know, if you have the chance to meet him, I would 100% recommend that. You know, we got to meet Brad Hawkins. Brad Hawkins is a super cool guy. For those who don't know, Brad Hawkins was in VR Troopers and a couple of other things, but
he was also supposed to be originally the White Ranger until JDF's popularity exploded and changed all that.
Yes.
Which is kind of weird to think about, because I remember those episodes, because they built up, it was supposed to be like 3 people, and it was between JDF, him, and another guy, I can't remember who it was, and then obviously we get to reveal this, of course, you know, Tommy, which makes sense.
Yep. And so, you know, you kind of wonder where his career would have gone. Would he have been able to, I mean, we haven't, we got to sit down and talk to him and everything. And he even mentioned this, you know, you wonder, would he have been able to make the White Ranger as popular as JDF did, or where would his career have gone? Like, what trajectory it would have had he had that main role or whatnot. So,
yeah, that is one thing he did say that was his biggest regret. It's not regret, but biggest what if. Like you said, that was his biggest what if. He don't regret it, because I even asked him what he regret. He, like you said, he don't regret nothing he's done. It's just the what ifs, which is understandable. What if I did get that?
Yep. But no, he also talked about how VR Troopers was his only TV show that he got too.
Live action.
Because he's a big voice actor and does a lot of voice acting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about that weird transition of where voice acting was his hobby and acting was his career, and it's like the last 20 years or so it's completely flipped over. Like he's not really much on screen. If he is, just grunt work, quote unquote, like background or extra or
cameos.
Cameos, side villain, something like that. He even told us that funny story about how he was supposed to be one of the big, I think it was season 5 of 24, he was supposed to be one of the big terrorists, and Keith Sutherland had to fire him.
Why to keep his fire?
So I forgot you weren't there for that whole thing, but he was talking about how he was there, and then they did some shooting for they did a walkthrough stuff and everything going through it, rehearsal style. And then he's like, I can see Keith talking to one of the producers or something, and then we all go on break and go to my trailer. And then I can hear a knock on the door, and Keith Sutherland comes in. He's like, you're supposed to be this big terrorist, scary, intimidating, supposed to, do all this. But he's like, I'm supposed to beat you up, but you look like my son, so I want to let you go.
Wow, that must have been during the panel.
It was during that anime panel.
Okay, so that's whenever I was venturing out on my own, trying to figure out what was what. Looking at
brother was already in costume and everything. Got fired.
That's messed up.
Like Kiefer Sutherland told him, he's like, man, I owe you one. He still haven't paid him back yet, but he owes him one.
Maybe in a new show sometime soon. Who knows?
I would say, isn't he aren't they revamping 24 again?
No, he has a new show, Netflix maybe? Something like that.
I thought they were re-releasing 24 with him back in it, because you remember there for a minute they did that one season with the guy that did Straight Outta Compton. It was one of those actors.
Yeah, I would say I know they did not a reboot, but I guess a continuation series. I don't even know
like another verse, I guess. What you would call it, because it was a whole different character.
Same verse, but just different agent is all it is.
That one was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I like the show. I've always liked 24, and this continuation wasn't that bad either. I don't think
that's what I'm saying. The one with the guy from Straight Outta Compton, whoever his name is, I can't remember his name, but I thought it was pretty good.
The Dr. Dre guy?
Mm-hmm.
But wait, didn't he? I remember he was doing that show, and I think he was also doing The Walking Dead, because remember he was on The Walking Dead for a little bit, and then he disappeared from that. He was in the original Walking Dead. He was later on in the season. He was one of the guys that was in after they got into prison. So season 5 maybe.
Oh, so he didn't last long, because I remember Everybody Hates Chris. That character, he was in there.
No, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he did that. He got the show 24, and that's why they wrote him off for that show. I was just wondering, wonder what happened to him after.
After 24, I have no idea. I think he did maybe one more Netflix movie, maybe.
Yeah, he might be some Netflix stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, all in all, it was a great experience at Rangerstop. But if I could just small critique, from a media personality, the way that the panel room and the media rooms were set up,
the layout.
I thought the layout it could have been better. So when you go in, there's the main hall, which is where all the Power Rangers and pop culture guests and everything were. Then
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm looking at my phone. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm messing with my computer. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
And so if you're looking at the main entrance to the right, there was a Rangerstop lounge where they were doing just some random interviews and everything, but you could go there and hang out, and they did the photo ops over there and everything. And then to the left of that main hall, there was the media room, a fan panel room, and they were doing a screening of a Power Rangers movie. And then there was another room that we didn't realize was even there at first, because there wasn't like good signage letting you know that it was there. But there was a vendor hall where there you had some artists there. There was people, selling all kinds of random stuff. Roger and I picked up some patches for our vest.
Yep.
Super cool. But there was the main panel room that was connected to the vendor room
And
gaming room. It was just a really weird layout. If I was the one, and I'm not trying to tell anybody how to run their convention or anything at all, clearly there was a reason you did it this way or whatnot, but I would have had the main panel room where the fan panel room was right next to the media room, and I would have put the fan panels over in the gaming area in vendor hall. I just think it would have been a much easier layout. That way, if anybody was looking for the regular panel with any of the actual guests, it would have been right there with the media, right outside where they were doing lines for autographs and everything. So it would have all been
right there.
That if there was just one thing aside from the air,
it's the layout.
Is the layout. I would have just done the layout, just swap the 2 panel rooms and put the fan panel with the gaming and the main panel with the media area. That's, to me, that was the only thing that I would have done.
No, I agree. It would have just been easier to have the media room, because like they were doing 15-minute interviews, which was cool because we got to hang out with a bunch of content creators there that we met. They were super cool guys too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely guys that I know that are probably more versed in Power Rangers than I am, so that's good to know. But no, they were also like you walk in and it's like a little small room, like a little conference room. It looks like you're doing an NBA post interview,
media scrum.
Yeah, like a little media scrum room, which makes sense. And like I feel like because the way the vendor hall was set up, there was doors on both, like outdoors here, doors here, and the media room was on this side, so you could easily walk out from like your table or anything, go there, do the interview, do your panel, and then come right back. Just do it, boom, 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 instead of having to walk from one side. Because when we were doing Brad Hawkins' interview, he literally had to go from this end of the hall all the way to the other end of the hall. And he's like, well, I just wanted to do it. Like, we would make it easier for everybody. And I don't know why the setup was like that. Like we said, we don't know. Maybe it was just a way they had to do it. But that fan panel room, I think, had a good setup for people just to do, for there to be the regular panel room. And it would have been easier to get fans that were in the, doing the panel or at the panels to go over and then be able to go to the media room and probably ask questions, because that was the best part about it. It was like we got 15 minutes to just alone to ask questions.
Not many can I say one thing?
Oh yes, go.
The fan room, that was the room where they were doing the cosplay little walkthrough things, wasn't they?
It's just where they were doing everything else.
When they were sitting on the couch.
Yeah, just right next to us.
Yeah, that room would have been a lot better. It was more, I'd say it would have been more intimate to get, the questions from the panels. And the room that they had them on, where they were doing them questions whenever a little bit I was there, it did seem like they were further pushed back on that stage and everybody was seated way back.
Yeah.
So it kind of seemed a little off to me, but like I said, that's my first time going to one of those. So I was like, oh, I guess that's how it works type of deal. I'm not really sure.
No, I've not seen one like that. Like they do have big rooms for panels, but it's not in the same room as the gaming room, so you don't get all the extra interference and stuff.
Yeah, because that was a little strange to me. Like you had the video games and the kid area and the back where you're trying to listen to these guys, tell their stories and answer questions.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff going around, and then it's just extra noise just to have extra noise at that point.
Yeah, but like I said, that's the only thing that
besides the heat,
I would have changed. I'm not positive that they had anything to do with that.
Oh no, that's definitely not. I don't think they can control that. Like, they have to have that's the hotel, and the hotel's just got to be yes or no. That's about it.
Right.
But something that they could change would be that panel situation.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully next year, they change it or whatnot. I mean, if not, we'll know. And be able to plan our day better accordingly.
Yep.
Or whatnot. But yeah, Rangerstop and PopCon, I give it 2 thumbs up, Siskel and Ebert style. Definitely, look forward to going back next year, and everything. Now, I do want to make a mention about the food truck, because they had several food trucks, 2 of which were taco truck.
No, 3.
3. Oh, okay. So three taco trucks. Then they had a lemonade truck. And then this lonely little truck up on the hill that had.
Hold on, I'll tell you the name. I took a picture.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
tell us the name.
I'll tell you.
It was like
I want to say Hi-Fi or Hi-Kai. Hold on,
High Kai, I think was what it was, or Kai High.
Yeah, I don't want to mess them up because they were really awesome people.
They were super cool people, and they definitely hooked us up with some good food that we needed.
Oh God, did it?
Oh yes.
That's one thing about conventions that we've done here in the Chattanooga area is easier access to food.
Yes.
Okay, so the name of the truck we ate at was Hi-Kai, Hiki.
Okay.
And their slogan was "Where the melting pot tips."
Well, they definitely had some good melts.
Yeah.
Good melts.
We each got a double patty melt. Roger, what kind of cheese did you have on your?
I just had regular American, and you guys got the pepper jack.
I was the one in the middle. I got the half and half cheese, and then he went full pepper jack. So I was like, oh, stuck in the middle.
Yeah. But they also had the drinks. They didn't know how to line up the drinks too.
Yeah.
Strawberry pineapple lemonade.
Snapple.
Either way, I never had strawberry pineapple lemonade. That was a sight in itself. I was like,
see, if I knew it was gonna be like a Snapple thing or something like that, because I thought they were making like their own lemonade style there, and I didn't want to have like the fruits in the drink taking up most of this cup. But no, I had the hydration, I had that water.
Yeah, you missed out. Me and Chip had the strawberry pineapple lemonade.
Yes.
But no, that food was good. It was cooked fresh. You could tell it was fresh too. It wasn't like they had it frozen and ready to just put in the microwave or anything like that. Their fries, though, I think they were store-bought, unless they did. I wasn't able to see how they made the fries there, but if they were like Checker-style fries, and they were delicious. It was that seasoning.
Yes.
You know, Checkers is real big in Atlanta, so I wouldn't put it past them that they went and bought some Checker frozen fries, but either way, they were on point.
Yes, they were.
They were. However they cooked them, I guess they had a little deep fryer back there.
Yeah.
But they cooked them to perfection. Just crispy enough on the outside, soft on the inside.
Yep.
Chef's kiss.
That seasoning, though. That's all I cared about.
So if you're ever in the Atlanta area, because we forgot to ask where all they went to, but if you're in the Atlanta area, Hi-Kai, definitely check them out.
Yep.
Yes.
They're good people. They hook you up.
So,
really great attitude. They have really super good attitudes also.
And before y'all ask, we're not sponsored by them or anything. We just give them a shout out because it was good. But
we don't know them folks.
Not
we
like
don't
that.
know them people.
One cool thing though that I want to say about the convention is that media room. I think more conventions should do that. Way more conventions should allow the quote unquote press that they invite to have access 15, 20 minutes like they were doing. Just 15, 20 minutes to talk to either a group of guests or a guest at a time throughout the day while there's downtime. Because I mean, you can't have a panel every single hour at a convention, or else you would run out of time in like 8 hours. So
I got a question.
Yeah.
So there was what, 2-3 media rooms?
There was one media room.
Just 2 media rooms and a screening.
No, it was one media room, then the fan panel room. So it was where like the cosplay guests and just fans themselves get to host a panel.
No. I'm talking about the media room where it was just the media room where we were at.
Yeah, that was
there was only one of them.
Yep,
there was only one.
Yep.
So then there was so they did have the movie theater room and a couple doors down.
Yeah, so it was the way in was the screening room, which they were showing Mighty Morphin movie, and then they did the Ancient Warrior screening also later today, which is a fan film based on the Ancient Warriors of the planet that they go to on Mighty Morphin that had those original animals. I can't remember what the name of that
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I can't remember the name of the planet, but
yeah, because they did have a little showing time at one of the doors to watch the movies.
Yep. And then
that's another thing that I thought was pretty awesome. I don't know if other conventions do that, like that got shows or whatnot. Like they have like a little screening room. But I thought that was really dope.
So
okay, that's dope.
So when we go to Chattanooga Comic-Con and you go with us, hopefully, you'll see that they have like 2 big rooms for like screenings and like events like karaoke, cosplay, like a cosplay. What am I thinking of? Cosplay contest, stuff like that, like big events and everything like that. And it'll be like screening some stuff. Like they'll have stuff that you go just chill out and watch and everything like that. And it's pretty cool. And they'll also have like panels spread out more throughout the day. And it's a 2-day event, so there's more. It'll be easier to coordinate to be able to go to which panels we want to see and everything, and still have our downtime. This one, since we were only able to go for one day, we had to try to cram as much as we could.
Mm-hmm.
I still have fun though.
Oh no, it was super. It was still super fun. Yep, that's the fun of this. Yeah. Is like just being able to go and enjoy it, and still be able to do nerdy stuff like that.
Man, I met so many different cool people, so many artists, so many illustrators. You'd be amazed just who's doing what behind the scenes, and you're just like, damn, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that was our first Atlanta one, definitely not the last one. So I'm glad we made some connections out there, at least.
Definitely.
I'm glad I met that art institution professor. He was really dope.
He was cool.
Work.
We'll be looking to get him on sometime when everybody can coordinate a schedule time together. But no, wait, like when you go to those big Chattanooga ones, you'll have closer people that you probably don't even know about to meet. Because we met a lot of people we didn't know were in the Chattanooga area either.
I kind of know somewhat of that because doing graffiti, I met some of the people that quote unquote do it legally. You know what I'm saying? I can't expose them, but you know, they still go and grab their little cans and do the illegal part of the aspect of the art form. But I've met a few of those muralistic, paint the whole side of the building people. Like Chattanooga has a lot of hidden talent too. You know what I'm saying? Even though this was in Atlanta. I know a couple of those people down there in Atlanta too. Like I was talking to one of the guys and he was like, oh, you really do know some of these guys. Yeah, you know, different worlds and when they collide, you just like, man, which makes sense. Graffiti, comics, all that, like it's all one big world.
Yeah, it's just different different art forms in the same medium.
Yeah. Pretty much, but I had a blast. Like I said, I said it before. I would recommend at least everybody one time in their life to experience it. And like I said, go to something that you enjoy because it'll make it even much better.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't a big Power Ranger fan. I knew a little bit of it. I still had a blast. I just can't wait to go to something that I really know something about, and it's just like, fan out.
Yeah, we'll find something that you enjoy.
Man, that turtle one, that's the one I want to go to.
Hey,
you know
that turtle one, hey.
That turtles one.
We're going to try to make that one happen for sure.
For sure, yep.
I'm definitely 100% in for that one. Believe me, I am down for that one.
Now we got to get that one coordinated quick.
Yep. Anyway, that was our review of Rangerstop and PopCon 2023. Check them out. Yes, yeah, the Rangerstop Atlanta. So they have one in Orlando later in the year.
Which will also be this year. They're combining it with the Turtle Stop, or they're doing the first ever Turtle Stop. I guess what they said.
I think so.
So that's what we're trying to go for. So
yes,
hopefully.
So there'll be Rangers and Turtles.
It's the same people running it.
Yeah.
No, I know that, but I'm saying they're gonna have more Rangers to it too.
I think
so there's gonna be a split.
Yeah, I think they're renting out the hotel area. They're renting out. I think half of it's gonna be the Ranger area, and the other one's gonna be Turtles.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
that's gonna be dope. I'll be more on the Turtle side. I feel more comfortable on the Turtle side.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Nah, I mean that Turtle side definitely gonna be fun because we're all Turtle people here. So
man, I definitely grew up watching.
You need to start
them G.I. Joes. I'm waiting on that Ronin game too, boy. Hey, Turtles Ronin, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it depends on who makes it. If it's a boo publisher, I'm not gonna expect anything out of it.
That is true.
But no, thank you guys for watching. Well, real quick on a do we want to do a scale of like a 1 to 10 scale, or do we want to do letter grading? Like I feel like we gotta give like an overall grade that people would be like tangibilized sort of ish.
I'm gonna say I would give it a B. And the only reason it would have had an A, in my opinion, had the panel rooms been swapped. But as a media, yes, those panel rooms made it kind of difficult to get the footage that we were asked to get
back and forth specifically. I think I'm also going to go with a B for the same reason, that and not really easy accessibility for like food and drinks. Like they had a Monster as a sponsor. Nope, can't be doing
I drank too many of them. Yeah, I drank too many of them Monster lemonade.
I drank the peachy keen drink, and I was like, nope.
I tried the lemonade, and when they turned around, I chucked mine. I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't finish it. I was like, this is not it. No. I looked at the peach and I was like, I'll come back to it and see Roger drink, and he was like, "This is so horrible." I said, "Yeah, I'm definitely not going for this."
And I'm a sucker for peach.
They did have free water though.
Yes, they did.
They had some good ice cold water. I drank a lot of that.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a plus. But Carlos, what do you give it a scale of on a grading level? What letter do you give it?
Yeah,
I give it a B. Just like you guys said, the panel room with the vents in the back was a little too sloppy. I won't say messy. It was a little sloppy. It could have been cleaned up. You could at least put it on the other side with the vendors, I guess, or out there where they were doing the cosplay runarounds with the DJs and whatnot. Like that could have all fit together out there.
Yeah.
And the AC is just the only other
real complaint
I got. Is just the AC was just like, And Monster, I'm not a Monster drinker. It's not it. But I do appreciate the free water. So.
That's what conventions should do more. Is free. Have water sponsors. Do that. Give out free water all day.
Right. So
don't give out Monsters all day.
I can't do energy drinks all day at a convention. Nope.
You trying to kill them people in them costumes. I'm sorry. Them people in the costumes start scarfing down lemonade Monster with whatever they got in there. They're gonna be hydrated for a second and they're gonna crash down super fast in that hot costume.
Also, you don't want to give kids energy drinks all day either.
Yeah, that's no. If you are, give them some juicy juice. Right. They got a little bit of sugar in it.
But as always, check out movementradio.us. That is your one-stop shop for all things Movement Radio. Roger, what you got?
As always, while you're watching here on YouTube, go ahead and just hit that like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share with your friends. Leave your comments below because we respond to comments when we get a chance. We've just been really busy here lately. So much going on in a good way, thankfully. But no, it was definitely a fun event we want to go to again and get to experience. And probably we want to talk to more of the guests that were there. We didn't really get much of a chance to do that because it was just so hard for them to go to the panels and then come to the interviews and then go back to the table and all that stuff. So well, hopefully next year when we go to the one in Orlando, maybe it's a little bit laid out better and just easier to get to. Also, just thank you guys always for the support as always.
Yeah. With that said, yeah, I am Chip Hazard.
I'm Roger Sierra.
And I'm Loso.
And this has been Movement Radio.